this morning. It is, what day is it today? It's the 8th already of April, and we are working on another abstract. I'm just going to pull up my Padlet to see whose photo we are working on today. Let's have a look. And also to see who is here with us. It is absolute. I want to say, like, I'm sure you're fed up of me saying it is absolutely freezing outside today. And anyone in Canada can vouch for my just upset because it is horrible. It's blowing. We're supposed to get snow again. It's the 8th of April. Hello. Hello, hello. Okay, so we're in Maryland, not Maryland. We're in Merrill's land today. This is in, am I saying it right? Seguin, Texas, and it's a beautiful lake. So this is what I'm going to be painting first, and then I will deconstruct it. Yesterday, bonjour, bonjour, ça va? Hi, how are you, Julie? Bonjour, Julie. Good morning, Sarah. Hi, Meryl. And hello, good morning, Louise. Yeah, so this is our, like, I've got everything on my table. It's kind of a bit of a mess. Yesterday we went to Vietnam, and we worked on some quite loose, like, different exercises to get some fun imagery. I do like the fluorescent ore. I thought that was nice. I don't know if you can see that, the fluorescent ore. This one we did upside down. And then this one as well, which I really like. So that was in yesterday's virtual art retreat. You can still sign up if you want to. We are in Vietnam this week. Next week we go to Tunisia, which is the north of Africa. Very close to Morocco, and then we are going to Norway and going to the fjords in Norway, and then we will go to Hungary. May go to some spas, you know, some natural spas in Hungary. Good morning, Jennifer. Hi, Carolyn. Hello, Rekka. Thank you for the share, Rekka. I really appreciate the restacks on Substack, by the way, everybody. And Julie says, ooh, beautiful. Yeah, you know what? They were a lot of fun. And these are definitely classes that you can use the materials that you've got. So a lot of times, maybe you'll take one of my classes and you don't have acrylics or you don't have gouache. Well, this is really, like, as long as you've got some wet medium and dry medium, you can do a lot of playing around with your different mediums that you've got. So substitution of materials is an absolute yes, like, it's a positive thing because you can use whatever you want to use. Rekka says hi, Hippo. Hi, Carolyn. All right, so let's get started. This is Seguin Park, or Seguin, Texas. Is that how you say it, Meryl? I know Meryl's here. Kelly says, what are those blocks on the right side of your table? Oh yeah, they're a bit lovely and chunky. They are. These are, I'm very messy because I don't have a palette when I'm mixing. Actually, I'll use these blocks. This is what I used yesterday in my class. These are, and everything is sticking to them. These are Derwent Inktense blocks. So they're the same as the watercolor Inktense set, but these are huge and they're called XL blocks. Lou wasn't using them and she's like, do you want them? And I'm like, yep, if you're not using them. I really should have paid for shipping because I'm sure it was cost a fortune to ship them, but she wasn't using them. So they're chunky. If I take one out, you can see they're very chunky, and because I use water on them, they get a bit goopy, but you could probably slice them and create like little portable ink tent sets. I think that would be really good as well. Excuse me. Yeah, but I really like them. So I'll use them today for Meryl's image, and then I'm going to cut it up and put it on in my abstract book. So far, I need to make a title here. I think I'm going to make a title, and then I'm also going to just put whose photos they were from. I have to do that still. So this was day one, and this is, so this opens up like this. So you can see that. So it opens up like this, and then it'll open up like this, and then it'll open up. This one is actually stuck together. So the one that I did in acrylic, actually no, it was watercolor paper, and then I ended up putting a whole bunch of, well, I put gloss medium on by mistake first, and then I put matte medium over the top and literally poured it over. So that was that one, and then this one, which I think was Melissa's Willow, was it? And this was Nikki's Lake, and this was Maria's Barn. So now we're going to go to Meryl's Lake. If you are part of our Substack and you're part of our paying subscribers and you haven't added an image, I think there are still spots left. Do we have spots left? Yeah, we still have a few spots left. So if you are part of our paying subscribers and you haven't added, it would be really nice if you want to add your image. I see that Nick added something and it didn't quite load. So Nick, if you're listening, try loading your picture again. Oh, I love all of these. They're so great. Tomorrow's Silkies. And then who do we have on Thursday? Because you guys can see what I'm doing here live. But if you want to join us on Monday, we have Silky tomorrow, and then we have Christina on Thursday, and Susan is on Friday in our Zoom meet. And then we have Louise and Bernadette at the weekend. Oh my goodness, they're gorgeous. And Martina on Monday, and then Carolyn next Tuesday. And then we have Leslie on Wednesday, and Joanne, oh, I love that one, and Joanne on Thursday. Yeah, so we have, I think, 5 spots remaining, or 6 spots remaining. So if you want to join us, then you can. Okay, let's go back to Meryl's. Let's have a look. All right. Also, if you're part of our paint and draw tier, which is a little bit more, it's $10 a month, or actually it's $110 for the year. You get to come to our mornings and do all that, and then we do paint and draw sessions. I know that some of you, it's too much, so that's why you've only joined the lower tier. But if you want to come to our sessions, our paint sessions that we have, drawing sessions, we have a fun condiment session this Saturday. I love drawing condiments, and it'll be really interesting to see what people put. So I've created a Padlet. So if you sign up for the Luma, in the email that you have confirming, you should have got a link to the Padlet. Take a photo of your favorite condiment and put it in. It's okay if your condiment is the same as somebody else's, because I'm sure it's going to be photographed in a different way. So, and be creative as well. Yeah, they make them this big. Hi Marielle, good morning. And Rekha says, Shar, did you make that accordion book or did you buy it? Oh, I made it. I made it. We had a whole class on it, Rekha. We had a a session where we made it so you can see. So there should be enough pages because I did 31, and if not, I've got the back as well. And then I just put sometimes I use like the backs of like watercolor paper for my acrylic palettes, and so I had two. You can see this one's a bit chunky, but I thought it would be kind of fun because it's like my abstract book, and yeah, a bit of a crazy art project. Good morning, Rev. Good morning, Nanette. Hi, how are you? Hi, C. How are you? All right, let's get started. I'm going to do some scraping as well. So I got a Starbucks card for my birthday, so I don't need it because I've just emptied it onto my phone. So I can use that. If you're using finer materials for scraping, you do need a clean either card or piece of paper to scrape with, because the finer the material, like, so for example, I'm going to be using these. I definitely need a flat scraper, not with bits of paint. I mean, you can, but okay, I'm going to move these here. I know you won't be able to see them very much, but they are there. Well, I could move my paper down. Maybe I'll do that. Adjusting for you all. Hi, Melissa. How are you? Good morning. If you didn't see, Melissa's being featured by Sitla on Substack in her portfolio reviews. Portfolio reviews or portfolio... She's interviewing people and talking to them about their portfolios. Really interesting. Melissa loved it. So I shared it on my Substack so that people can see it on the top of my Substack. Yeah, it's great. All right. So this is, did I say it right? Seguin, Texas. It's a picture that Meryl gave us, and I should really get started because I just looked at the time. Okay, I'm going to start with some brighter greens, some more yellowy greens. I wondered where Piper was. She's up early with me today. Yeah, Melissa, I don't know if you've been out yet, but it is freezing. Like freezing. It feels like January again out there. It's horrible. So if you haven't taken part in our abstracts yet and you want to, like I said, you can either join my Substack or you can do them on your own, of course. But it's nice to be drawing from everybody's images, and I love seeing, I forgot to post actually yesterday in our chat. I love seeing everybody's additions, like dailies that they've been doing from these images. They're all so different. Really lovely. Oh, it's called Segin. Is that how it's called? Or Segin? Maybe it's Segin. Rekka says, please send some cold here, Shah. We are already turning on the AC. Oh no, Rekka, where are you again? Sorry, I should remember where everybody is, but I don't. Melissa says it's snowing right now. I know, snowing. Okay, Segin. Rekka says, I'm in, oh, Bahrain. Okay, well, is it, okay, but do you, and then you go into monsoon season, right, Rekka? Or do you not have a monsoon season? I don't really know what your traditional temperatures are. Oh, and I can move these down a little bit so you can see my messy, messy, messy painting. I love the upside down trees. This is a great photo, Meryl. Like it. I like it. Lots of different greens. And then once it is dry and ready, I'm going to turn it over, cut it up, and restick it. So I looked it up. I asked AI, I asked Al what we would call this method, and it's reconstruction abstraction. Reconstructed abstraction. So if you want to use that hashtag, if you are doing this, I know that some of you have been, we can start our own movement. It'll be like Cubism, but we'll call it reconstructed abstraction. Melissa says the park across the street dusted with snow. Yeah, it's kind of dusting here as well, but it's really windy, so it's not settling at all. Rekha says, no, we do not have monsoons. It's just summer and winters, and summers are harsh with almost 49 to 50 degrees centigrade. You can just hold an egg and come back with a chicken. Or with the fried egg even. Wow. And your winters, how cold does it get, Rekha? So believe it or not, we get sub 25 degrees here, and then we get plus 40. Like it's been like 40 is probably the highest that it's been, right, Melissa? Doesn't really usually get higher than 40. 40 is like 37, 38. That's our highs here in Ontario anyway, in Canada. All right, I want to put some trunks on here. There isn't too much, so it's going to be a really green image. But I can put a few darker elements in here. Rick says, winters are good, the best part of the year, but no snow, like it gets to 9 degrees centigrade. Oh, so you actually like the cold weather. And Melissa says, yeah, high 30s, summer hovers around 28 to 34 usually. Yeah. I keep like asking Melissa because she's been here for way longer than I have. I've only been in Canada for 25 years this year. All right, I'm going to do the line where the land meets the water, and then just go in with my darks. How's everyone doing theirs today? What are you using? I know that some people are working with us, some people are not working with us, some people are working on other things. Tell me in the comments what you are working on. I would love to know. So today we go back to Vietnam. We spend 3 days in Vietnam this week. And today we look a little bit more. There's a few more a few more figures and cityscapes. And then we have one more on Thursday, and then we'll move to Tunisia next week. And then I know that Sam Dion Baker has she's doing a whole session on handwriting this month, which is really interesting. She loves writing, and she loves writing snail mail letters as well. And so she has dedicated her month to writing. I think she also had a new Skillshare class just released. So she's doing that. That's tomorrow. I don't know. I know that I am missing Helen Stark's still life because of my class, so I know that I can't get to that. Melissa is having a session, art hanging session, people in cafes, right? Is that right, Melissa? And then I have a condiments drawing session on Saturday where you can add your favorite condiment to the Padlet. You should have gotten an email if you've signed up already. You should have gotten an email, and in that email had a Padlet that you can add your favorite condiment. I will have extra photos, so if people don't add enough, then I will just pull those images. But it would be interesting to see what your favorite condiment is, and then we can chat a little bit about why that's your favorite condiment. Maybe it's the label, maybe it's the packaging rather than the actual taste of it. Maybe it reminds you of your childhood. And then on Sunday, I'm having a session where if you are doing a 100-day project, we're going to just check in because it's day 50 on Sunday. So we'll be checking in, and Michelle Allen is going to join me because she's been doing a 100-day project as well. And so I thought it would be nice to have a guest, and we'll chat a little bit about, the difficulties that you've been having or how you've been enjoying it. So that's on Sunday, and I'll send a Luma out for you guys for that later today. All right, I think your lake is done. I don't want to do too much more. Maybe a few more little branches up here. Good morning, Leslie. Nanette says, I'm going to catch up on yesterday's using gouache. Really going to try and simplify this one. Oh, cool. And Hippo says, I'm on Meryl's picture with watercolor. Nice. And C is using watercolor. And Jen says, I'm trying your method. And Kelly says, 25 years makes you practically a native. Yeah. Not quite, but nearly, Kelly. I just got to get the accent right. And Melissa says, yeah, people in cafes at Art Hang Party this Thursday. And Sarah says, you are with... Oh, thank you, Sarah. Oh my gosh, I almost forgot. I love how... Sarah's probably got my calendar written out. Or she's got her calendar written out, but she can see where I am in it as well. Maybe I should check in with Sarah and say, Sarah, do you have the calendar for this week? I think that would be a great idea. What do you think? Yes, I am with Beth on the Awkward Drawing Club this Friday. I'm so excited. You have to come. It's on Substack. I will put a link. I think my Substack link is in the description here. I'll double check. And I will also have links on Instagram. You don't have to sign up or anything. It's just a live that's happening. But if you are a member of mine, then you will get a notification that I am on live. Or if you're if you are part of Beth's, and you'll get a notification as well. So that's exciting. I think it's an hour, or maybe it's less than an hour, but you'll see us both drawing, which will be fun. Okay. So yeah, so those are the Derwent XL blocks. And you can see that I think they act in a very similar way to gouache, because the second coat becomes pretty opaque, but you can keep them quite transparent. So I like that. The difference, and I don't know if it's going to work this time, but the difference between these and watercolors is that it becomes pretty permanent. Not like watercolors that will lift. And also, I mean, it does lift a little bit, but not as much. And I have never done it, but with the ink tints, you can actually dye fabric and it becomes permanent. So yeah, like there's tons of benefits to ink tints. And I am not being paid by Derwent. Nope. All right, I'm going to get my page. There's a lot of greens. I like how, hang on, tomorrow, whose did we say was tomorrow? Aw, thank you. Thank you, Meryl. Tomorrow is... Oh yeah, tomorrow is Silke. And this is a hike in San Diego. Which is funny because Silke is from Germany, so it was obviously a very powerful image that she wanted to include in her travels. I love that. Very nice. Rekka says, isn't live with Beth today? No, it's Friday. Every Friday is her awkward drawing club, Rekka. So yeah, it's Friday. Okay, let's get cutting. I really like actually how this one turned out, and I was looking to see if I did anything different with the piece of paper, and I don't think I did, so I think they're pretty much the same size. It just looks like a smaller, like the movement is different. Maybe it was because of all the trees and everything. Let's get cutting. And I don't think it really matters where I start, but I'm going to cut some big pieces first. They're supposed to be straight. I could use a cutter for this, but I'm not going to. Like a paper guillotine thingy. Whoops. I'm trying not to look at them either because I'm going to mix them all up. And this way I don't know where on the page I'm putting things. And Leslie says, it's beautiful. I love all the greens. I do like this method of working. Like, I feel like it's something that I could do, and it's not taking away from the practice of actually painting, because I do paint it prior to the deconstruction. So, and I think it's good that you guys see that as well, that I'm still getting my practice in, my daily practice. All right, so I'm going to mix these up a little bit and then cut into the big ones. Oops, I went a bit skew-whiffy there. This one's really big. Okay, I'm going to start with this one, seeing as it turned. and just mix them up a little bit more. And start sticking. So I'm just using a Yoo-hoo glue stick. Let's see, this one has run out, but I don't like to throw them away. Look, okay, so it's gone down to the plastic, but there's a lot of goop left in this one. Do I have my palette knife anywhere around? I thought I saw it. Okay, well, I can take a stick like this. So look, this is where the company, you like really, like they're missing out on, look how much glue. It's incredible how much glue there is. Okay, and I can take my, oh, I didn't scrape, did I? I didn't scrape my picture. I was gonna scrape it and I didn't do that. Oh, I was gonna show you with the paints. Okay, well, remind me tomorrow and I'll do some scraping. I am scraping the glue, but that's not visible, so. I guess I could, what I could do is get some of the color here. I want some dark. And because it's, I can scrape where the glue is and you can see where the glue is. Hopefully it doesn't dry out before I use it. Okay. There's not much glue up here. All right. Is there a piece under my sketchbook? Yes, there is a piece under my sketchbook. You mean like, is there a piece of... Oh, you mean a piece of this? If it went underneath? Yesterday there was. I was like, oh, that's where the extra pieces went. I will double check. Jennifer says, I was thinking this is helping me to paint quickly. Well, that's good. I think this one is really white. I think a lot of these morning sessions will help you to paint quickly. Oh, not all of them, because I've done more slow ones, like for sure, especially when it comes to any family Februaries, or yeah, there's some falling underneath here, like family Februaries or other ones that we've done together. But yeah, this one especially, if you want to get it done within the time frame allotted, like the hour, I think this one is definitely helping getting a landscape painted quickly, which to a lot of us is very important, because if we're doing en plein air sketching, is this going to fit? No. Then we need that speed. Need for speed. See, the only thing, when I scrape it, it really does make the glue very thin. So that means, and I should just get some white glue, really, like for this kind of thing. I should just get some white, like some latex white glue. Hi, Nick, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Oh, Nick, that's what I was going to say to you. Your image on the Padlet didn't show up, so you may want to go back in and check it out. I know it's not for a while, but yeah, take a look. I was looking through them and I saw that you posted, but I also saw that it didn't quite load. I think I'm going to go across ways with this one. Yeah, like Elmer's glue. I think that would work quite well with something like this. Don't you think? You get very good at seeing a size of, let's see, of your paper. So it's quite interesting that your eye starts to see size and shape as well when you're doing something like this, like a collage, which I don't know if, because it's like a puzzle, right? So you're constantly trying to fit things in to a space. Sometimes I get it right and sometimes I get it wrong. Like this one, I got wrong because I need it to be able to bend, so it can't go past that line. Nick says, I was having some trouble loading. Okay, well, if you still can't, I can always just send it to me and I'll upload it if there's an issue. So even though this was all green, there is, like, because of the transparency in the brush marks, and it's not being so flat, I think that brings a little bit more movement to the piece. And because there's some white as well, that was in the reflection, that also is gonna change it up a little bit, I think. Not be so... Can this fit along here? I think it can. It won't be so regular. Nick, have you got your boys starting on abstract April? I think it would be really interesting to see how younger kids approach this, because not necessarily this method, but any method, because I feel like they have a different vision when it comes to abstract. I think we can be quite realistic still and representational in our thoughts when it comes to abstract. And I think they would just go really out there and just pick something within the image and make it more abstract. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe they're quite literal as well. All right. Looking for that perfect piece. This is a good shape or a good size, so I can put that along here and then just cut it. There's a lot of little pieces. I'm gonna put the little pieces here that I'm cutting up. Also, the greens are a little bit different. There was one area in this that definitely had more reddy greens and one area that were brilliant greens. Oh, Nick says, I have not even started. That's okay. Yeah, maybe you'll start over the weekend. And maybe you just give this month a skip. It's, you know, like it's, don't ever think that you need to do stuff just because we're doing it. Like if you have other projects to do, then do those. Okay, that little piece, it's white, but it is not sticking. It looks so fun. I really am enjoying just the breakdown, you know. and sometimes I'm like, oh, is it too simple? Is it too like continuous, you know, like doing the same thing over and over? And I think no, I think it's interesting to see how like the whole thing comes together. So at least you guys see me paint the actual image first. If it was just me cutting up piece of paper and sticking, I'm sure you'd be like, okay, this is enough. And maybe next week I'll choose something different and do something different. I'm trying to use different, oh, my coffee, I forgot about my coffee. I'm trying to use different mediums to create my landscapes. So these are with the ink tints, and I think I did use ink for one of them. Oh, I used the charcoal for the black and white one, and I used what did I use? Watercolor for one of them. I used collage, like where I just cut it. It was a whole collage one, just collage, and then cut up the collage. So I made the image out of collage, and maybe I'll do a pencil one day. I think that would be kind of cool, or pencil crayon one. And maybe I will do more of an acrylic. I think, did I do an acrylic? No, I don't think so. Maybe I'll do an acrylic. So yeah, I think there's multiple possibilities of different, how the looks of them. I really like the charcoal one and how that turned out. That was the compressed charcoal. So Meryl, you said your charcoal hasn't arrived yet? Your Nitram? All right, this I'm going to put right here. A slither, just to make it. Sometimes these things lay really great, really flat, and sometimes they just don't. I try to switch it up from like vertical to non-vertical when I'm laying down the piece of paper. Vertical and horizontal, that's what I meant to say. Oh, this one is completely white. Maybe I should have pulled that in. No, I'm picking up and placing them and not overthinking it. And because it's upside down, you don't overthink it, which I think is great. Nick says we are having our floors polished and had to take all our furniture out, so it's chaos in our house this week. Oh no. And Meryl says not yet with regards to her Neatrum. It'll come soon, I'm sure. Anyone got anything exciting happening today? Did that come off again? No, it's still there. It's just another little square. Maybe I could put this little square in here. Yeah, anything exciting happening today? I have to deliver a pet portrait. I don't have it down here. I should have showed you guys. I did 2 pet portraits yesterday and I have to deliver them. Well, I'll deliver one today and one tomorrow because they're like opposite sides, and I have my class today. We're just going through the week at the beginning and just reminders of what's on. Another white. Okay, I need to cut some slivers. Let's just use these small pieces first. Is this still wet? This is still wet down here. I can double this one up. Or I could have just stuck it like that. That would have been great, just to stick it. Nanette says, I'm at work at home though. Okay. Oh, Reb's going camping tonight. Nice. That's fun. Do you have to travel far, Reb, to go camping? Or is it quite close by? We were talking a little bit about camping the other day when we had our catch up and we were drawing Melissa's willow tree. Kelly says, oh, Elvira, good morning. And she says, I'm listening while pressing pieces for a new quilt top. Ooh, nice. And Kelly says, currently having the ceiling ducts moved downstairs, can barely hear you over the banging and drilling. Think I'll have to take myself on an artist date. I think you may have to do that. I'm kind of going on an artist date. Well, I'm meeting a friend for a coffee, and I'm going to work on my Mexico image. I forgot to post my yesterday's Mexico image, and I have that upstairs too. I kind of worked in the kitchen last night. I don't know, just wasn't, I'd been down here all day, and so there it usually gets to, I like to change it up, and so I just took up my watercolor paper for the dogs that I needed to do, and I took up my Mexico sketchbook, and I just did them all upstairs last night, and then I sat down on the sofa and fell asleep. That kind of happens. Like if my brain says, oh, you're sitting down in a comfy seat, then I'm like out. I just, you know, that is a way that I will just zonk and I was watching The Residence. Has anybody seen The Residence? I haven't finished it, so don't tell me. That's the one, the whodunit, the one in the White House. It's really good. Don't ask me. It's with Hugh Jackman and other people that are really great actors and actresses. I love it, love it, love it, love it. Did you know that Myra Kelman did the drawings? You know, in the parts where she's drawing and you see her drawing. Myra Kelman did those drawings. She was commissioned to do those drawings. Jennifer says, I keep doing my 100 days at night and not doing well because I fall asleep. Oh, good. So it's not just me. I mean, not oh, good, you fall asleep, but oh, good, I'm not the only one. C says, I can't wait to see the quilt. Elvira, I'm getting ready for a blue scrappy. What's a blue scrappy again? C. And Carolyn said, I liked it. I saw it and liked it too. Oh, good. I think I'm on the last episode. Like, so don't say anything. Like, I know it's really suspenseful. And I can't wait to see who done it. Oh, Reb says it's just a short trip. She's going camping. I will actually be close to, to Seguin. Gotta get it right. Okay, these are very similar over here. That's funny. Didn't do that on purpose. Sometimes that happens. I guess it's just placement or where you've got your images. I like when things turn around, like as in the direction of your paintbrush, like in the marks. I like when that happens. So like the shift from verticals to horizontals. So this one against this one and these two. I like that. Oh, that one's still sticky. That's good. Great. And those little areas are like that too. Little snippets. I got to get something in there as well. And up here. Maybe this one can go up here. This one's small enough. Oh, I lost a bit. It just flew down on the floor. It's only tiny though. I think I'm okay. C says no plans, just put pieces together. And Meryl says this was taken last year in March. The bluebonnets were blossoming. Oh yes, you told us that is the time for the bluebonnets. Are you going to go up again this year, Meryl? To visit your friend? Hey everybody, we've done all right for time. I actually managed to squeeze one in without going over today. I'm excited about that. Do I sound excited? I really am excited because for the past few times I've been going over, and I even talked a lot at the beginning of this. I'm not going to run through all the things. Well, I could run through all the things, but I'll run through what I'm up to, and then whoever's here, if you have something. Melissa is doing her art hang party this week, and I'm excited because it is people in cafes. That's always a great subject matter that I love. Actually, maybe I'll be drawing some today. And I have my virtual art retreat if anyone's looking at doing something a little bit different. We do things like this. So yesterday in class we had a session. We were in Vietnam and I chose things that had water in them. So all these were water related. Sometimes I don't think I explained that, but yeah, yesterday's was water. So there was reflections. This was in a paddy field. And this one was water as well. So yeah, that's how I kind of, it just depends. Like some images call out to me and then I'm like, how can they be related? So that's how those related. So that's my class today at 1. And then we have a condiments drawing session on Saturday, which I hope that you will put images of your favorite condiments in the Padlet. And if you registered for the Luma, go to the chat in Substack. If you're a Paint and Draw subscriber, go to the chat in Substack. On your, I will put it in the email as well. Or you should have got an email rather. But go to the, I'll show you on my iPad. It's probably going to be easier. If you go to the chat in the Substack app, you will see it there, but you should have gotten an email. And if you're not getting your emails, you could have it turned off because you can determine how many emails you get from Substack. I know that I was speaking to someone the other day and they had their notifications turned off, so they didn't get any emails from Substack, which means that you have to go in and check, which is absolutely fine. But I can't help you if you don't get your emails. I can remind you, but I can't get your emails for you if that's what you've chosen. Thank you, Leslie. All right. Yeah, I'm going right up to the hour. I am right up to the hour, and I'm just going to quickly show you on Substack. So if you guys are a little bit lost, you'll see that. All right. So this is Seguin, Texas. Okay, I'll get it right one day. All right, I'm going to show you on Substack. Let's have a look. So I open my Substack and it is on the home here. This is my home button. So I see other people that I follow and their things come up. Then if you go to me, so go to Blue Shine Art with Charlotta Hamilton. And then if you see this chat, so this is the new Luma that I just sent out. So this is for founding members, which is the Paint and Draw tier. And then also I put in the abstract paint and draw session replay, and that's there as well. And then this is, these are the abstract, this is the chat. I don't know how, I don't think I need to pin it. You just need to go and find this image. And this is where everybody is adding their images daily for the abstracts. And I love seeing it, and everybody is so supportive. And so, yeah, so there you can see that. All right, so I hope that, I hope that helps. So you can see where you can find that Luma. Go and register. Melissa says, Nadia, the park across the street from me is covered with a dusting of snow, actively snowing right now. Oh, no, I don't want it to snow. And Natty says, I feel your shivers, Melissa. LOL, there is one positive. The snow's gonna kick down the bad bugs that came out early for tax. We haven't even had an early here. We had one day where it was above 10 degrees. One day, and then it dipped again. And today is brutal. But health is most important. So if you're healthy, today is a good day. All right, I'm done. I'm 2 minutes over. Tomorrow we are going to be drawing another abstract, thanks to Silke. We're going to San Diego. And then Thursday, who was on Thursday? Shall I quickly look? So you know. Thursday is Christina's. Oh, I love that. A Peaceful Path in the Pyrenees. Really lovely. That's Thursday. So, Meryl says yes. Hopefully that's for showing you. But I think you signed up already, didn't you? Melissa says this has to be the last week of the cold. It has to be then. I don't think it is, Melissa. Have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much. And look, I have extra. Oh, I do have one little piece there that I didn't add. One little piece. Yeah, I always have extra. I know that there are some little gaps, and I guess it amounts to that. So, doesn't it? It's bizarre. There we go. I didn't see that. Okay. Take care, everyone. Have a really great day. I'll see some of you later. Bye. Oh, I'm using my extras for cards. Oh, that's a good idea. I threw away all my extras. I know. C's like, don't throw them away. Yeah. Nanette says, thank you. Love the green. It is very green, isn't it? I love this little... So I didn't look when I cut it up, but I love this little image. Kind of reminds me of my big paintings that I've been doing. Thank you, Natty. Thank you, Nick. Create the extras. Create with the extras, no trash. Okay, will do. All right. Save for other collages. Yes. Do you know how many saved pieces of papers I have? Anyway, maybe I'll do another collage tomorrow. We'll see. Bye, everyone. Take care. Have a good day.